Welcome to part 4 of episode 54 of Top Rope Reality on YouTube. I'm Mike Hogan.
454, I'm Justin Carter.
Yeah, 454, Justin Carter.
454, I'm Justin.
And let's talk about the March Macho Madness tournament in April. Last week we had 8 matches. This week we're down to 4. Pretty 3 because the Honky Tonk Man, number 1 seed, gets a bye into next week's.
That's true, so we know Honky Tonk Man is in the semi-final.
Yes, he is. He's in the semi, yes. So let's talk about match number 2. Seed number 6. You want me to read, or you want 6. You do this one, I'll do the next one.
6, okay. Ultimate Warrior taking on seed number 3. The showstopper, the icon.
The main event.
Mr. WrestleMania, who's lost at more WrestleManias than anybody.
But he's Mr. WrestleMania.
Shawn Michaels.
Nice fence.
Thank you.
Should we go to the matches and go back and review who we want, or talk about who we think?
Sure.
Okay.
Number 3.
Number 3. The number 4 seed Shelton Benjamin.
One of my favorites.
Versus the number 7 seed Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig.
Another one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Number 4. The number 12 seed for a reason. The Rock. Taking on the number 2 seed.
2!
Randy, the Macho Man, Macho King, Macho Madness, the man we named this tournament after. Randy Savage.
Oh yeah, dig it!
Brother Sucker!
Slim Jim.
Exactly. Brother Sucker.
Brother Sucker. Oh.
Weird! Don't go too far with that!
I know. Well, let's go back to the first match in Honky.
Honky Tonk Man
is advancing already.
Boom.
He will face either the Ultimate Warrior or the HBK Shawn Michaels.
Who do you want to see? Guess what? It's not up to you.
Now we tried that and it worked for the Indies, but other than that,
failed miserably.
Yeah,
so you know what? We get to vote.
Yes.
And I say.
And if we tie or can't decide, then it's a bye. Yeah. If we can't decide, it's a bye.
Can't decide, it's a bye.
So, we have the power of the Ultimate Warrior taking on Mr. WrestleMania, the biggest loser in WrestleMania.
Weird, huh?
Shawn Michaels.
Well, one of the
Will he be caught in the Gorilla Press Slam and drop down and a body splash for the 1, 2, 3 for Warrior?
Or will he be in the Gorilla Press Slam and get out of it, jump down, and then super kick? I mean, it takes 1 second to get caught in the super kick, and he can hit it from anywhere. Ask Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah, ask Shelton Benjamin, who flying off the...
One of my favorite matches of all time.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm going to say...
The Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah. I'm sorry he passed away. I'm just not a fan. Sorry. I will buy his DVD, though.
Oh, me too.
Anyway, I'm not a fan of Batista either, but I was stupid enough to buy his DVD. That was a waste of time.
Sorry.
I took it back to Movie Stop. Anyway, a little plug for Movie Stop there.
Who is not a sponsor of the show?
Not a sponsor. If you want to be a sponsor, let us know. Anyway, yes. We need your money.
We will talk all about you.
All about you. I have a whole segment about you.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match, I believe, should be one of the greatest Intercontinental Champions of all time. One of the greatest WWE/F champions of all time. An actual great wrestler. Okay, I'll put your hands up there. That's a great entertainer. Because of his
a talker.
No. If you want to understand what they're saying.
A man who can run to the ring. No, Shawn Michaels would win.
Shawn Michaels,
I'm sorry.
Yes. The HBK Man.
I have to agree with that too. I would. The Ultimate Warrior has his things, but like he said, if he caught Shawn enough and hit him with the Gorilla Press Slam and everything, he would win. But Shawn would probably get out, like he occasionally does, and would connect with the sweet chin.
You want to look at the Ultimate Warrior's prime, taking on Shawn Michaels' prime. Shawn was in the ear of Vince McMahon. He would win.
Yeah, Shawn would win.
Shawn would win. And now we're going to go on to Shelton Benjamin. He loved his mama.
Loved his mama, which was a death for him.
Loves his mama with a gold standard.
Yeah, that was another.
That was
nail in the
another
coffin.
Yes, yes. Keep him as like the world's greatest tag team type of guy, and he was great.
He should be.
Versus the world's perfect man,
Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig.
A man who was never WWE champion.
Nope, he was the AWA World Heavyweight Champion, never the WCW World Heavyweight Champion, always the Intercontinental or the US.
Which means people thought, other than AWA, thought he was a second tier wrestler.
That's what the office thought. That's not what the fans thought.
And this match would be a very great match.
Oh, this would be pay-per-view quality, both in their prime. Not when he was with his mama, and not when he was with the Gold Standard, but right after him and Charlie Hall split up, and he was facing and beating people like Triple H and Ric Flair and the likes, and Randy Orton and them people, and he was an Intercontinental Champion. That was when he was at his best, taking on Mr. Perfect at his best. Ladies and gentlemen, that would be
a showstopper.
That would be a showstopper, no pun intended about HBK. That would be a high-quality H2O
match of the night.
Match of the night, match of the year.
Candidate, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, though, in the end of all things...
But do we go with the youth of Shelton Benjamin or the experience of Mr. Perfect?
Because he was very well experienced already when he became Mr. Perfect.
Oh, yes.
I would have to say that even though Shelton is a better athlete, because everybody now even admits that the people of that time period and the time period are much better athletes than of the past in the 80s and early 90s. I would have to say, though, I would have to go with the experience, because just like Shawn Michaels caught Shelton when he was getting a little trigger happy on jumping off the ropes, Shawn caught him with the experience of the super kick. Mr. Perfect would be able to
catch
do
him
the same
and hit the perfect plex. Yes,
he'd catch him. So it's
Mr. Perfect would advance in this match. But it would be one hell of a match.
Yes, it would be. And very close. Very close.
Yes. It'd be one mistake by Sheldon would be enough for Mr. Perfect to capitalize, hit the perfect plex for the 3, and advance in the tournament.
And then we're going to have...
Oh, my Lord!
The biggest match.
What a match!
2 of the greatest WWE champions.
Yes.
A former WCW multi-time champion. Okay, and
even Rock had the WCW title.
And The Rock did have the WCW title, but it didn't mean as much because it was WWE.
No, that's right.
But they were both Intercontinental champions. But you got to remember, The Rock was the first. First was the Intercontinental champion when he was smiley, happy, Rocky Maivia, and then later on got into his Nation of Domination. So, to me, The Rock's reigns, because we're looking at Intercontinental champions here, his reigns did not mean near as much. His claim to fame is being WWE champion. That's what people are going to remember him as. With Randy Savage, what are they going to remember him as? Going into WrestleMania 3 as the Intercontinental Champion, taking on Ricky Steamboat in the greatest match of WrestleMania history.
Yes.
And I honestly believe that even on The Rock's best day, Randy Savage is just that much better. He's beaten some of the greats. And in that time period, he probably even beat The Rock's granddaddy and daddy at some point in time. You never know.
Never know.
We'd have to look back in the histories. And we're not going to do that right now. But I honestly think that Savage is better. The Rock is a great showman, yes. And he electrifies the crowd. The crowds are way more excited when The Rock is around, yes.
Yeah, The Rock, I mean,
Savage,
we're not saying Rock ain't got a chance. Rock would never win.
Oh, he could definitely win.
Rock could catch Savage. One rock bottom.
Right.
Could be enough.
It's the people's elbow versus the flying elbow.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's cool. That's definitely cool.
And that's a tagline, too.
That is a tagline. And it's a dream match, but I'm just saying that I think that with the experience of Randy Savage, at that time, I honestly think that Randy Savage was far and above better than The Rock. Great, both were great wrestlers.
Oh, yes.
Rock is great. And you look at longevity. If you want to look at longevity, Savage has got that too. Because The Rock's like, I want to make movies. And he does very, very well with that. But I think when you come down to wrestling enthusiast and wrestling purist, you would have to go with Savage.
Yeah.
So we have...
barely.
Barely. I mean,
It's not a cakewalk by Savage.
It's right there. I mean, it's right down the middle. Like, it's very close.
Yes. I mean, this match, if it happened, would keep you on the edge of your seat.
It's like 51-49.
Yes.
I mean, it's right there.
Yeah, it's right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
It's definitely right there. So now we have our semifinals for next week. We have the Honky Tonk Man.
Shake, rattle, roll.
At that time period, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time.
Still to this day.
Still to this day. There you go. Santino tried to beat it, and that was a joke.
Yeah.
Anyway, Honky Tonk Man, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time, one of the greatest of all time, taking on HBK, the Showstopper. That is going to be a hard one.
That's going to be a hard one.
Then you've got Mr. Perfect, one of the greatest Intercontinental Champions, a former U.S. Champion, etc., 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 AWA Champion, etc., etc.
Yes.
Taking on Randy Macho Man, Macho King, Macho Bandit Savage.
Yes.
So, I mean, with this, I mean, those are two very hard matches, especially, to me, the harder one is Perfect and Savage.
Yeah.
It's going to be difficult. It's going to be very difficult. But then we're going to go over now, because that's going to be later. It's going to be next week.
Next week.
So look forward to that. What, 55? Episode 55?
Episode 55, yes.
And
now let's talk about the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Should be,
might
be,
not at all. The should be is Demolition, Axe, and Smash. We do not include Crush.
Nope. Axe and Smash should already be in the Hall of Fame.
They should be. And no, we're not talking about the original guy that was in it, who's also a Moondog.
Nope. We're talking about
the ones that got over the most, Axe and Smash. The reason they got rid of the Moondog guys is because they were chanting Moondog the whole time. They knew who he was. They could figure it out. But Axe and Smash should definitely go in to the Hall of Fame. Should have already happened. There's other tag teams that's gone in before them that should not have. As in the Bushwhackers.
Yes.
So anyway, Demolition should definitely go in.
Might be.
I heard there was heat. I heard there was heat for this. For someone saying their name and putting them over at the Hall of Fame. Miss Medusa apparently got heat for this, but I think that's stupid.
It is stupid, and bridges have been fixed.
Yes.
And how about this? You know, wouldn't that be a draw? That would be a draw.
That would be a draw. Ladies and gentlemen, the might be is Eric Controversy creates Cash Bischoff.
I mean, he's done so much.
And you have Hogan induct him.
Have Hogan and have Vince induct him. Funny.
Call Ted Turner.
That would be funny.
That would be hilarious. Call Ted Turner.
You want people to say, hey, you buy the network?
Ted Turner inducting Eric Bischoff
into the WWE Hall of Fame?
Hilarious. That one to rub on, whatchamacallit's ego, on Vince's ego. Y'all gotta come to WWE for this.
Yes, but I would love, I don't see why Eric should not be.
Right, absolutely.
I mean, he's done a lot. Yes, he stabbed people in the back. Who hasn't? It's wrestling for God's sake.
Amen. Vince has done it to a lot of people.
Vince, Eric was doing what he's supposed to do. I work for this company. I'm trying to make this company better than that company. I did my job, and he did it quite well.
He did it quite well.
He had Vince doing things that Vince never would want to do.
They did harp too long on the NWO, and that's what hurt him a lot.
Yeah,
but
you can't have 50,000 members of the NWO.
Amen.
When you water it down that much, it kills it, and people knew it.
At most 10. My gosh.
10's a lot.
10 is a lot, but it was supposed to be a large faction.
Yes,
I think once it got to
I
think once they got to the point where it's supposed to be a whole other promotion taking on another promotion.
Yeah, no.
That's where it got to be too much.
You got the red and white. You got then you had the LWO. And you had this one. It just killed it.
It did kill it. It did kill it. But he should definitely. I think he should definitely go in.
I think he should too.
He's done a
lot. I have no problem.
Plus, to me, he was the best Raw general manager there was.
Yes.
So far.
He worked for WWE for 3 or 4 years.
I might have been even longer than that.
And I hated when he left the company. I liked Eric as the GM.
Yes, he did very well.
And Eric himself said he would do anything for the business.
Yes. That's why he wanted to go in the trash.
Yes.
He was cool going in the trash.
So
it's cool. But this is not at all this man decided he's going to sue.
Yeah, I think that hurt him.
That woman's name is around everywhere. Sue.
Yeah, but that's why we put him not at all.
And we're not talking about the Fantastics. We're not talking about them.
Not the Fantastics.
We're not talking about Tommy Gilbert. I didn't even know if he's even a wrestler. Was he a wrestler back in the day? I don't even know.
Yes.
We're not even talking about them. No. We're talking about Billy Jack Haynes, who was at WrestleCade.
Or as Bobby Heenan said, Billy Jerk. That's Billy Jerk.
Billy Jerk Haynes. Billy Jerk Haynes. He definitely will not be going in.
If you watch WrestleMania 3, you hear a lot of Billy Jerk when he's taking on Hercules.
That's funny. Well, he's definitely not going in. But now we're going to talk about 100 wrestling pay-per-views you must see before you croaky over.
Oh, sorry,
That would be
I gotta see these pay-per-views first.
Gotta see them. You've probably seen every one of them.
I have. No,
With
I have not seen every one of them.
Number 99. Oh, number 98. You definitely haven't seen that. With key matches. WrestleMania 1 with key matches, of course, Hogan and Mr. T taking on Piper and Paul Orton. I should have let you start so you can do all the Japanese names. Big John Studd versus Andre the Giant, Body Slam Challenge. Wendy Richter taking on Leilani Kai for the
And that was
championship.
number 100.
Number 100, you should definitely go see. Number 99.
Number 99, ECW is barely legal. Key matches, Taz versus Sabu. Terry Funk versus Raven for the ECW title. RVD versus Lance Storm. Number 98.
Unfortunately for me. Number 98 is Noah Final Burning in Bagadag.
Budokan.
See, Bagadag. That's what I said. Key matches. Yojira Tanashi. Got Tanashi right.
Kind of Harisho.
Same thing. Risho. I said that. And then Kamaja and Nagata.
That's a jump. Hey, jump.
Where did I jump?
No, I know. I said it's supposed to jump up there at South Florida.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Keep going.
Nagata taking on Muhammad Yan. How many Yan? Reading this. Taking on someone else. I'm not even going to try it. And Sato. I'm going to say Sato.
Okay, Sato.
So anyway, yeah, a 6-man tag. And then somebody, and then Great Muta. I know that one. Sasaki and Kabushi,
yeah.
Kenta Kabushi, taking on Go Shashashi. Kenta, who is Atami. That's easy enough. Why can't they all have those easy names? My gosh. And Mabak Tenguchi. And Yashanaba Kane Mara. Like Kane? Kane Mara.
I believe you.
You know what? Look it up. Noah Final Burning in Badaka. How do you say it again? Budokan!
And number 97.
Why you get easy?
WWF's Fully Loaded 2000.
That'll
matches.
That'll be in a replay over and over again.
Triple H versus Chris Jericho in a last man standing. The Rock versus Chris Benoit.
That was it.
The WWF title. And The Undertaker versus Kurt Angle.
There you go. And WrestleMania
14.
Thank you. Why do you get a year? I don't get a year. Gosh, I hate Roman numerals. Put it up there.
I hate Roman Reigns. Put it up there.
That too, my gosh. Key matches at WrestleMania, which is 14.
Yes.
Stone Cold Steve Austin taking on Stone Cold. He won the big one. Wasn't that with, what's his name? With Mike Tyson?
Yep.
The Undertaker taking on Kane the first time. And Takamuchinaki. See, I almost got that. Takamuchinaki. Is that it?
Takamichinoku.
Mushinoku. Taka. Not Tatanka. Taka. Taking on Agala. I think it was S.A. Was that S.A. Rios?
Yes.
Just say S.A. Rios. People they get a mask on there, though. In the light heavyweight title. Why is that one of the key matches?
I don't know. We have to see it. And you can on the network for only $9.99.
That's stupid, people. And then, finally done with that crap, I hope there's no more Japanese stuff. I'm not against Japanese people, but I can't pronounce
There'll be a lot of stuff on there.
Oh, it's aggravating.
These are the pay-per-view, so if they had a pay-per-view, it's not just WWE and TNA and ECW, it's everybody.
All Japanese people go to Unix.
So whoever had a pay-per-view.
Now we're going to finally get to number 5 of the wrestlers who Hogan refused to lose against.
Number 5.
Randy Orton.
The Viper. The Legend Killer. The Future. Oh, what's the Future?
He's the present. And he's also the, not cerebral assassin, but what else is he? The Viper.
Legend Killer.
They call him something else right now, too. Throughout the career of Randy Orton, one of the main periods in his career that stands out is when he began to dub himself the Legend Killer, disrespecting or talking out to the likes of Jake Roberts,
RKO.
Ric Flair,
RKO.
Spit in the Face Harley Race.
Oh.
That rhymes. Spit in the Face Harley Race. I like it. Sergeant, he wouldn't like it. Yeah. Sergeant Slaughter. RKO, I think on him too, wasn't it?
I think so.
Dusty Rose.
Ooh, Was it this? Wasn't there an RKO on Dusty Rhodes?
No, I think he slapped him in the face. Remember when he was introducing Cody to him or something? Something happened with that. I remember that was later. I don't know. And even Shawn Michaels. SummerSlam 2006 saw Orton focus his sights on Hulk Hogan, the Hulkster.
What you gonna do, brother?
Agreed to do the match on the condition that WWE gave a bit of love to daughter Brooks' debut season.
Sorry.
Now I gotta clean my shirt.
Yeah.
Because seriously, that was really stupid. And also, they tried to do a whole love interest, I think, with Randy and Brooke, I think. That was really
And Randy went, oh!
He did.
Why am I gonna kiss this horse face for?
Oh, there it went. I knew he was going to say horse face. Don't say that about Charlotte. Don't you dare. It was all was set. Why both the legendary people got horse face
Daughters.
You
said it!
I never said Charlotte had a horse face. Till just then. Okay.
Okay.
And all was
CDs,
set for
yeah.
Hogan to help elevate the star of Randall Keith Orton.
Oh, Randall Keith Orton.
Randall Keith Orton.
That's
the-
RKO. That's pretty neat.
Oh, you're so smart.
Wow, that's so cool.
What?
He should have gave her a RKO.
He did give the daddy an RKO on the trunk of a car, though.
That's as far as Hogan can go down.
That's
That's as far as I can bend. My
great.
knee!
As the match got closer, Hogan would again play the creative control. He shouldn't have had that after he came over to WCW.
Yes, he should not.
Vince! Burn!
Mistake number one. Do not give Hogan creative control.
Play the creative control card and would defeat Orton at SummerSlam at the age of 53, suffering from bad knees and having wrestled just one match. In the last year, Hogan would pin the 26-year-old Randy Orton in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. Uno, dos, tres.
Ring the
Tres.
bell!
Uno, dos, tres. Yes. Before
I
then,
am a real... Oh, sorry.
before then, leaving the company for a while, essentially calling time on his WWE in-ring career. And I also think I heard him dog out the fact that he didn't get paid what he should have at that SummerSlam. Either that or it was the one with Shawn Michaels.
There's one with Shawn Michaels.
Either way, you're old. Who cares about how much you get paid? At least you're still alive and get paid.
Speaking of Shawn Michaels, since you brought up Shawn Michaels.
Next week!
That's next week, so we will find out which. See, that'll be the one.
So next week we talk about Shawn Michaels. Hogan refused to lose to him. But the Larry King Live stuff was hilarious.
It was.
We also continue our March Macho Madness tournament in April with the semifinals. We also are debating.
Yes, we are. We're debating on
I was going to say debuting.
the top 5 rising stars are in the WWE.
System.
Put your thinking cap on.
Are sorry, talking about NXT or WWE or is that as a
Rising
whole?
stars.
Rising Stars. 5 more of the 100 wrestling pay-per-views you must see before you die. Plus new countdowns. And a lot more.
Yes.
A lot more, people.
That is it for this week.
Big things popping, little things dropping. He figured out
Signing
what
off there. There you go.
he figured out what I was trying to say.
I know what you're trying to
Big
say.
things popping,
Ah.
little things dropping.
Well, for those man in the hour, too sweet to be sour, Justin Cutter,
Justin
I'm Mike
Cutter.
Hogan. And that's it for Top Rope Rally this week, and we appreciate you watching. Catch us next week for episode Double Nickel. Figure it out. And we'll be right back here for another exciting episode of Top Rope Reality on the YouTube. I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm Justin Kyle.
See you next week.